Good morning, everybody. This is Super King Ghidorah here. It's going on 11 o'clock. I just woke up. Been here in somewhat sunny Chicago, some clouds and whatnot. Today I'm bringing to you my review of Jurassic World Evolution. So, basically, all I'm gonna talk about is what I like, some things that probably that did rub me the wrong way, and minor adjustments, Oh man, and brought to you by the way, the main music theme that you will be hearing during this video is the Jurassic World Evolution theme and Rex recreation theme made by YouTube's very own Daryl A. Lynn. And I will have a link to his channel down in the description. So I want y'all to make sure y'all go there and give it a like and a look and a like, because not only did he recreate this theme and make it sound beautifully, as you are hearing currently right now, he did some Fallen Kingdom remixes and the like. And shoot, if you ask my opinion, this man needs to be in the music composition for the third Jurassic World movie, but because the music's beautifully done. But without further ado, let's get into our review. Okay, so first, I want to start off by saying that it's been 15 years since we had a Jurassic Park builder game, with the last title being Operation Genesis. I mean, if you want to count Jurassic Park builder and Jurassic World the game, you can, but they're nothing like what these two games have brought to the table. And what that essentially is, making your own park, laying down attractions, laying down amenities, laying down dinosaurs, laying down security and all that to ensure that your park's rating goes up. People come and they like what you see. Now, what I do like about this game is obviously the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs look great. The dinosaurs move well, they animate well, they sound well. Overall, in general, the dinosaurs are the biggest major plus about Jurassic World Evolution. Like the eating animations of the T-Rex or the Velociraptor when it pounces or even fights with, let's say, another raptor or a Dilophosaurus. Those are superb. But on the offhand, as this is now one of the negative aspects of it, the animations, they do get stale. But as for someone like me, because I really like dinosaurs and I really like Jurassic Park, it's probably going to be a long time before me myself gets tired of seeing the same animations from Spino T-Rex, T-Rex Giga, Giga Spino, or Raptor Dilo, Raptor Dilo, Raptor Deinonychus, but that's just me. I've heard the complaints of other YouTubers, and I understand very well what those complaints are. And graphically, the whole game as a whole is aesthetically pleasing to the eye. From the water textures of the nearby out-of-bound lakes to the sway of the grass, the sway of the trees from when the helicopters fly over it or is hovering there. The way the buildings look, your hotels, your science centers, your innovation center. The game is aesthetically pleasing. And what I also like about the game, going back to the dinosaur fights, is how random they are. Like, let's go back a little bit before the dinosaur fights. Let's say something like hatching a dinosaur first into your enclosure. It coming out of the enclosure, that looks awesome. Like the various animations that each dinosaur has. They share similar animations, like Raptor, Dilophosaurus, and Deinonychus. They share the same animations for running out from the hatchery, but the Dilophosaurus is different because it opens up its frill and roars, where the raptor barks and Deinonychus snarls. But still, you know, it's just amazing to see a dinosaur come out of that hatchery for the first time, you know. Like when I hatched my Indominus. Everybody, let's get ready to awe and you know, whatnot.
Oh boy, here we go.
Speaking of Indominus, back to the dinosaur fights, I'm saying why I won't get stale from their fighting animations for a while is because those things, to me, they feel random. I feel like I'm rolling the dice. And I'm saying that because there's been a few instances where I've had a stronger dinosaur lose to a weaker one. Like after I hatched my $9 million Indominus Rex with a surprisingly really high attack to only be killed by my $5 million T-Rex with lower attack. Let's see each other. Oh, I think the T-Rex is gonna win. Look at them marks on the T-Rex. Oh yeah, T-Rex won. Although I believe that has something to do with some of the genetic modification. I think the T-Rex had 2 reaction speeds on it or something like that. I think that might have contributed to it. But the point is, it still beat Indominus, which I am happy about. You know, T-Rex king of the jungle. This is the Jurassic Park is T-Rex's franchise. Okay. Now for some of the things that I had a little trouble with. Terrain constraints. Terrain constraints was my biggest problem. Like I can tell how many times I was trying to lay down a building, it either was obstructed or majority of the time it's terrain constraints because the terrain wasn't perfectly flattened or perfectly smooth or whatnot. And even if I did go out and flatten and smooth it and flatten and smooth and smooth and smooth and flatten to my heart's content, to my heart's desire, 90% of the time I would not overcome those terrain constraints. And if that could be fixed, like tweaked a little bit, you know, that'll be great. I do have a gripe with the building size on the islands too. I mean, when you look at the map of the islands of the 5 deaths, those islands are huge. And you got this little spot of where you got to work with. Now granted, that area that they gave us to work with was a good size. Okay. I don't know if y'all heard that or not in the background, but that was my baby calling me. That was my girlfriend. Okay, so like I was saying, ooh, God. God. Okay. Sorry. Like I was saying, they did give us a good size to work with Isla Sorna being the biggest area, I guess, to work with. I mean, just really going like in a big dumb circle and everything, but I guess it's the biggest size to work with. To me, I think it might have been between Morta and Tacanio, but they said Sorna was the biggest size. But I feel like we needed the whole island. That's what I thought when they said we was getting the 5 deaths to build on. I thought we was going to be able to build on the whole island. Now, people who played Frontiers games already knew what to expect because they said this is what happens in their games like Planet Coaster and all that. Like you have like building zones basically that they allow you to build in. And I really I want the whole island to build on. Like if let's say now this is going into the what improvements that could be made to make the game better. So for that section, what can be done is at 5 stars. If once you 5-star your island, you can build on it. You just unlock it. The rest of the island is now yours to do whatever you want with it. Attach monorail so you can go to the other parts of the island where they can see other parts of the dinosaurs or whatnot. Because it'll make room, especially if they come out with more DLC. Where are you going to put the stuff? Because you run out of room putting all your other dinosaurs and stuff on. If they give aquatic DLC or the flyer DLC, where are we going to put them? Because we ran out of space on all our islands. There won't be no room. We need the whole island. And I'm pretty sure that's what they're thinking about. Or they can go the JPOG route and give us our own island, like to create and determine its size and whatnot, where we can add more terrain and build upon it and expand as we so please. Shoot, both of those features would be good. So, and I take that as a good sign that they want their game to live longer. What also could be done is giving the dinosaurs more AI and fixing some of their social groups, like Allosaurus. Why does it need to be by itself? Like, at least let it be with another Allosaurus, you know? Let T-Rex be with another T-Rex in the pen. I mean, it was shown in the movies there was 2 parent T-Rexes. Come on. I would like to see more hunting mechanics. Like, I would actually like to see the bigger predators attempt to hunt a sauropod, like a Diplodocus or something. Like, my Allosaurus doesn't go for my Diplodocus like I thought it would. Breaking out animations. Instead of the raptors headbutting the fences, while they should try, especially the steel fences, they should just try to climb out. That's what I want. I want my raptors to try to climb out the fences. T-Rex should, instead of now smashing through the concrete wall, that's fine. Like the fences and electric fences and all that, especially if the power go out and they find out the power goes out, T-Rex should grab on the fences like it did in the movie or like it did in the intro trailer. Pull on them. That way the animations for the breakouts don't get stale, because all the dinosaurs do is smash against their enclosures until they get out. Shoot. I'd say tweak the weather system a little bit too. Just a little bit. Like, the tornadoes on here, they're not as bad for me as I experienced them in JPOG. Because in JPOG I was getting slammed by tornadoes, but that was before I got a hold of the mods, things and stuff where I can just turn the tornadoes off and whatnot. But I say tweak the storms a little bit and tweak the guest AI, because I'm out there driving, trying to keep everything in order while the tornadoes messing everything up. And my AI guests, the ones that are not running for the emergency shelter, some are just walking around the park the tornado's over there. We're all fine. It's just a tornado. These things are natural occurrences. There's nothing to be worried about. It's a tornado. Run for your lives, people. Also, the sabotage mechanics. I wish there was more to it, like somebody trying to steal one of your Jeeps and like smuggle an embryo off an island instead of my power going out or all my fences being open. Now in my defense, I've only had my power being sabotaged, like the whole power to my park is shut off. All my fences have never been open. Now that's happened to one of my friends That's happened to them when all their fences been open. But I've just had all my power shut off. But more sabotage options would be nice, like to see more variants, you know. Okay, now for the sake of keeping this review short, so it don't drag on to be like 20 minutes long, the goods are the dinosaurs and how pleasing they look, their animations, how well they animate, their and sometimes the AI, they do some interesting stuff from time to time. The fact that there's now 48 of them thanks to the Fallen Kingdom DLC being out, which includes Sinoceratops, Baryonyx, Carnotaurus, Stygimoloch, Allosaurus, and Indoraptor. The negatives are like the small, the cramped areas that you do have to build with, the terrain constraints for most part, because those, like I said, those affect everything from building placements to attraction placements. And things they can improve on is, tweak the dinosaur AI, tweak the guest AI, tweak the weather pattern just a little bit, like mix it up, that way every time it rains it's not always a tornado. And unlock the whole Islands Wars frontier, like, because if you do have future plans for this game and you want it to live long, and you're not trying to make a quick buck off of the name, just do that. Show us that you care, like you said that you cared in your developer diaries. And this game will live as long as Jake Paul. We'll be playing it for 15 years if you do that. So that's my short review. I could do a more in-depth review if you like. I'm gonna do what I like to call a dinosaur diary, which is like I spend maybe 10 or even 20 minutes talking about a dinosaur, all the dinosaurs in the games. Like, we're gonna talk about the facts and all that, but that's gonna be later on in the future. I appreciate you guys sticking around and listening to my review. I give the game a 6.5, maybe 7 out of 10, somewhere around there, because of the nostalgia factor that it brings for me as a child watching the Jurassic Park movies, especially with the references. That's another thing I forgot to mention. I appreciate the references from Jeff Goldblum when he threw that shout out to Dr. Grant. I appreciate Jeff Goldblum being in the game. I appreciate Bryce Dallas Howard and BD Wong being in the game. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was nice. That was cool. And once again, shout out to Daryl A. Lynn for letting me use his music in my video. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. And this is Super King Ghidorah signing off. Until next time, peace.